Hi, Speedy. Where do we start?
Session 2.
Session 2. How do you think session 1 went?
I watched it back, and I feel like I didn't really say much. I did, but I didn't. I mean, I guess you get a brief outline of my life, a very brief one. Not much detail. Maybe a lot of focus on things that may seem important at the time, but not always the case. Then you get it, and that I think that can be down to stress, because I feel like at certain times you can think that your whole focus is one thing for that moment. Does that make sense?
Total sense.
So like if you're having problems in your relationship or whatnot, you can blow that out of proportion as to what's going on at the time, and make that the main focus of what's going on and the main storyline. Well, I don't feel like that right now.
Okay.
But I don't think I said a lot, man. I just don't think I said a lot. I feel like I could have said a lot more. But, session 2, so
what do you want to say today?
Where
do you want to start? Where we left off?
Mad. Well, what do you think? What do you think of session? How did you?
I feel like we just started to get to know you, really.
Yeah.
And that's actually how a session number 1 goes.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
It's your life story.
Yeah.
It could take a while, depends how deep and what you want to talk about. So for me, I feel like there's a lot we didn't touch upon. I feel like we jumped to 16. I'm really curious about your childhood a little bit more.
Yeah, okay.
And perhaps what you experienced with your mum.
Yeah.
You don't have to say like too much detail, but just a little bit about how things affected you, how it made you feel, and what support you had or what support you didn't have. I think I don't know anything about you now.
Yeah.
I want to know a little bit more about you personally.
Yeah.
And I want to know like what problems you have.
Okay.
What's your issues?
Okay.
Because I think we all have them.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes men find it really hard to kind of say, yo, this is what I've got going on at the moment.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And like I says, I personally feel like it may have come across that my problems are relationship problems, and I don't want to say problems, but I mean like that's what I'm saying. You can be going through something in 1 week and everything can seem like that's the only thing that's going on.
Yeah.
But really, there's a lot more going on. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So
yeah.
Like
so
I said,
relationship's just one thing.
Just one thing. Yeah.
Loads of other stuff going on in
loads of other stuff.
Yeah.
So obviously, it's mad that you even said that I started at 16, because something that someone said to me is that they felt watching that. That's where I felt I had to step up and become a man then, and maybe that's built me to the way I am with certain ways I act and certain things that I do. Do you get it? But I have been a carer since I was 16 years old, and that's a whole thing there. That's when I really think about
what thing?
It's just the whole caring thing.
Okay.
From 16 years old, like if I look back at it now to where I am now, it's like I can probably say I was thrown in the deep end then, because I'm having to look after my mom.
Yeah.
So when I'm 16, I'm looking after my mom. But she got MS.
Okay.
But obviously at 16,
What does MS mean?
Multiple sclerosis. So it's scars on your nervous system, so it can affect you in many different ways.
Okay.
So it can be headaches. It's something that's progressive in it. So it starts off being just headaches. Okay. Certain times you lose any feeling in parts of the body. Sorry. But then it gets worse. So just imagine being 16 and starting off being the main carer.
For your mum, for my mum, was the carer.
Yeah. So basically, So I'm looking, but I've got a little brother as well. Mm-hmm. So my brother's like, when I'm 16, he's just born basically, and then obviously 17, he's gonna be 1. Okay. So as I'm growing up, I'm the carer for. Remember, my dad's not there.
Okay.
But it's not my dad's there. He's like my brother would live with my dad as he got older.
Your little brother.
My little brother.
Yeah.
So he's not always there, but I'm having to care for my brother being at my mum's.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because my mum can't handle a child with her MS.
A little baby, yeah.
Yeah. So that's where the care began. I haven't really thought of it about like this before, but yeah, I was caring for my brother as well as my mum.
That feels like that's a lot of pressure.
Pressure.
You don't even know what you're doing.
Don't know what I'm doing.
What else?
It's like I'm stuck as well.
Stuck?
Not in a bad, not when I say stuck, like not negatively, but I am at the same time, because whereas at that age everyone can do this, that and the other.
Yeah.
I have to always remember I've got to
go home.
I gotta go home. I've got to figure out how, like, anything's got to be figured out. I can't go too far. If I am going too far, I've got to make a plan. You know what I mean?
To get back.
Yeah. So where everyone else is probably living life at 16, 17, 18, not so much them ages, but when it started to get into the 20s, I'm having to make more plans, because obviously it starts to get progressive. So when I'm getting into my like 20 years old onwards, my mum's in a wheelchair. But my mum's a strong woman. So as much as I'm caring for her, she's caring for herself. Yo, she's in the wheelchair. You can find her in the middle of the town knocking people over. Yo, it's not a joke, you know. Trust me. So
go on,
she's not wanting to be looked after. Do you get it? So
she's trying.
Yeah. So maybe at that age, I'm thinking that I'm not even looking after her then. Do you get what I mean? It's only when I'm looking back I really think that I was. You get it? But at that age, I thought I might even have guilt that I weren't doing enough. If that makes sense.
Guilt now?
Nah, like back then, like because I want to do other things, or I'm trying to get other things done. I'm trying to make a life for myself.
Right.
Do you get it?
And are you saying you felt guilty at times for doing things to get on with your life?
So like, I don't know, like say like my mum's asking me to go somewhere or do something. I'm like, nah. Do you get it? Not all the time, but like I'm having to fight with myself to, you know, it's hard to explain, but I know what I mean. Like,
no, I get it.
Like, I'm looking back and I'm thinking, or at the time I was thinking, I should have took my mum here or took my mum there, and my mum would just end up going there anyway. Do you get it? But it's, I don't know, man. I don't know.
No, I'm hearing you saying it feels like I wish I could have done more, but in hindsight, mum was doing it. But looking back, I battled with that. I felt like I should have been helping out a little bit more. Exactly that. And obviously, I'm having to look. For my brother to be around, I've got to be around. So, yeah, man. So it feels like you kind of was a little man, like stepping up in the house, a little adult.
Basically.
Real quick.
Basically. Obviously, my sister was around sometimes.
Okay.
Like, it's not like she weren't around, but she probably had her own problems at the times, and I don't know, going through her own things.
Okay.
But she went not around, but she wasn't a carer, but she would be there for family when she's ready. But that's not. I'm a carer.
Reliable.
Yeah. So there's no reliability in it. You know what I mean? Not to say that she had to be reliable.
It feels lonely though, because I'm just thinking if I was walking in your shoes, it feels like a lonely place to be. Like, I have to do it, it's not a problem, but it does feel like a lonely place. A lot of responsibility.
A lot of responsibility, yeah. Yeah, definitely. But
did it give you anxiety at times, do you think? So do you know what I mean by anxiety? Like your heart racing? Stress?
Nah, you know what it is? I probably used to. I'm always focused on something else. I'm always trying to get something done. So maybe I block out a lot of things, and I try to get things done. So obviously back then, the things that I'm trying to get done, or the things that I'm doing, is more attached to the roads.
So sometimes what we might call that is avoidant.
Mm-hmm.
So it's because you don't want to feel a certain way, which sometimes that's a good coping mechanism. I ain't got time to feel. I ain't got time to be sad. I got to just be on my hustle.
Yeah.
So what you did is throw yourself or thrust yourself into something, so you wouldn't have to think about negative now.
Basically.
Okay.
That's exactly how it could be.
Sometimes that might catch up with you later when you're still.
Yeah.
So let's see if that ever happened.
Well, like I says, so them times there, exactly what you're saying, I'd put it down to exactly like that. Like me trying to get more, like just stay focused, like blocking out a lot of things. So, yeah, but obviously I always wanted to do, like, obviously, and this is the thing about my mum as well. I always wanted to do something that's not road, but it's like, for a period of my life, it's just what I knew. It's not what I wanted to do. It's just what I knew. It's just what I knew best. I just feel like I got to, maybe when I got to like 15, 16, I feel like maybe I was let go of and had to figure out my own path.
Let go of by?
Probably I'd say by my, I don't want to say by my mum, but I'm going to say by my dad. I just got let go of. So I got to figure out life now. Do you get it? And I'm having to look after my mum. So with that being said, obviously the people that I'm around, this is just how we figured out life. And we're never bad people, or we're never a certain type of, I don't want to say like, I don't want to act like I'm different from other people.
But how do you make that decision? Because it's really like,
how do I make that decision?
Yeah,
because
we know it's wrong. We know it's wrong,
yeah.
But I'm not judging you, by the way.
Yeah, go on.
Because this is what our brothers do.
Yeah.
We know it's wrong, but we make that choice.
Yeah.
To go over the other side, really.
Yeah.
And
because that's what, like I says, I feel like I had to figure out life. You get it? I had no one. The people that I didn't have no one.
If you did, would that have helped?
I don't know. Maybe.
Because that's what you're saying. I didn't have anyone.
The only person that I had to figure out life was my mum. Do you get it? And my mum would support me in anything that I did, in a positive way.
Okay. What about uncles, granddad?
I got uncles. I got all them things, but I'm just not really close to anyone like that. Or when I got to a certain age.
Okay.
Maybe I just went closer to friends. Maybe I just found more in my friends.
Okay.
Or maybe family just not that close.
Did your friends have similarities to you as well? No father in the home?
Nah.
Not necessarily?
Nah. See, me and my friends, yeah, we're all different within how we grew up. Similar.
Interesting.
Similar, but different. But I feel that we all, the friends that I have, we're all able to be honest with each other. Like, honest. So we tell each other things for the better of ourselves.
Okay.
So we end up in situations like where we're hanging around with the wrong people or whatever. Yeah. And we analyze it and say, what are we doing? Do you get it? This is not what we want, bro. Do you get it?
Okay.
where the people that we're hanging around with want to gravitate towards us because they see that we have a certain type of energy. Mm-hmm. Do you get it? Like, there's probably people out there that can tell you, like, yo, trust me, like, I should have stayed around them lot. Yeah. Because they're good people. Do you get it? So we could have been in the bad crowds at certain times, but we're good people. Do you get it? And obviously we probably learned a lot from being around certain people that you'd perceive to be bad as well.
Okay.
And yeah, I think we learned and we just carried it into different lives. Do you get it? Mm-hmm. But at the same time, we do get caught up. So, you know, you end up going to prison. Mm-hmm. But with me now, I was on bail for a long time, a very long time. Mm-hmm. So obviously, I'm caring for my mom. I know I'm going to prison, and even a lot of the time, it's like I'm trying to use the caring thing to get me out of situations. Oh, I care for my mom. Maybe I'm not going to jail. But you know what I mean? Like it's gonna exempt me from things. But the reality is, nah, mate. When it's your time to go, it's your time to go. You get it? And then obviously, people that's affected by it can be huge because, like I said,
who was affected?
Obviously, if I was the main carer for mum, and I've gone to a prison. So before I went to prison, my mum was less mobile. But these times I'm like, what, 20? Where did I go? I got the charge when I was 24, but I didn't go to prison until I was about 28.
Okay.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. So I was on bail for a long time. So I did have a certain level of planning. And, you know, but the planning was just like limited because obviously I want to do more in life. But I'm being held back. You get it? And I just need to rewind just a tad before. But like I said, the only person that's got me is my mum. So obviously the whole media thing and picking up a camera, it was my mum that fronted me in the beginning to even learn anything about this world that we're in now. Do you get it? Because I had another channel, Flush, and where I went around filming people. I didn't have a clue what I was doing.
Really?
Yeah.
What made you want to do that then?
So like I said once, see, it's mad because if we go back to the other episode, the first one, and what did I say? I was in school. I was the guy that would hang around with the geeks, and I was the guy. Yeah. So you remember that? Yeah.
Yeah.
So even in older life, I'd be hanging around with people on road.
Yeah.
But then I'd have music mates.
Okay.
Do you get it?
Yeah.
And the music mates, I'd be around. I'd be learning from them, and fascinated to know how they have this talent of being able to make music very rare. Okay. And how can I be a part of this?
Yes.
I need. If people always say to me, when I say I'm gonna do something, I just throw my whole head into it, and I just 1 minute I'm a DJ, 1 minute I'm a cameraman. So I've been a DJ, I've been a cameraman, I've been obviously a businessman because I made the whole media channel. Do you get it? So a lot of my friends say, bruv, like when you say you're gonna do something, you don't mess around, bruv. You get it? So that's just something that I always grew up with, where I'm bouncing around different people. So yeah.
Okay.
So I did do all of that, and then what happened was someone robbed my camera from my house. My yard got robbed because I'm looking after my mum, and my house was a bit of an open house.
Sorry to cut you. Is this before you went to prison or after?
Before. This is all before. Yeah. My camera got robbed, and that just deflated me and made me go back a certain way, back to the roads, basically.
Okay.
See, when I tell stories, I go back and forward. It's just all a muddle in my head. It's all. It's just how it is.
What do you think that is?
I don't know. I just think I got too much going on in my head. Sometimes I can't even remember that I got stories in my head. Like I have to really think.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's before prison. So you know when you said, when did I actually have time to think? Or that's when it would have been in prison. Yeah.
What happened? Tell me about that.
Prison.
Yeah, because you got a lot of time on your hands to take it. A lot of quiet time. So what were the first thoughts you started to get? Because I'm thinking, Mom, shit.
Nah, I felt like I was on holiday.
At first?
Through my whole sentence.
So when did the thinking start happening then?
Like I said, that was my thinking. I was on holiday.
Okay.
So I'm looking after my mum all this time. I got no worries. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, as long as I can pick up the phone and everyone's okay, I ain't got nothing to worry about.
Okay.
So it was like it was someone else's problem now. You get what I'm saying? But what happened? Well, obviously, you just felt like. Now, I always feel like I'm needed. Do you get it? But because I weren't, and people was coping as best it was, I kind of could relax. So jail was just not that hard for me.
Okay, so it's the first time in your life that you possibly could relax.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I almost felt like I had a new life in jail. Like I was figuring out different stuff.
So it allowed you to figure things out.
Different stuff. It allowed me to do stuff that didn't mean that I had a responsibility, if that makes sense. It's a bit mad to say, but because
it's that guilt, isn't it? Are you talking about the responsibility where I can't do X, Y, and Z because I got responsibilities?
Yeah.
So what I think I'm hearing you say is when you went to jail, what actually happened was you was free to think for the first time because you didn't have to do as much as what you did when you was out because you're trying to help everybody. That's who you are.
Yeah.
Which when you're that person, that's how you are. There's no time to think. So in jail, you had time. And you was happy. To a degree.
I don't want to say happy.
To a degree.
But yeah.
Okay, wrong word. That's my word.
Yeah.
But what was you saying? What was the word you used?
I just I probably had more time. I just had more time to think.
You said free.
Yeah. More free, basically.
Okay.
Well, obviously, like Nado said, I'm not really glorifying going to jail and all that. Yeah. It's not really
something. Not what I'm saying.
But obviously, when I got closer to coming out, and I'm doing all the probation things and whatnot, and they're going to my house and whatnot. Obviously, my mom knew what it was. She was like, "Yo, like the probation is saying, is he gonna be okay to come back here?" She goes, "Well, this is where jail begins." You get it? This is where it starts again for him because he knows what's going on.
Did your mum sense that, or is that something you spoke about?
That's what my mum said to the probation woman.
Wow.
Because she obviously is what it is, isn't it? Like, it's just like that's just how my life is, isn't it?
Okay.
But obviously, whilst I was in jail, I had a good friend looking after my mum, a very good friend, which she does a lot. And obviously, my mum got more progressive. So by the time I was doing home leaves, my mum was just bedbound now, just in the bed. Can't leave the bed, can't go nowhere, change nappy, wash her, everything. And that's what my brethren was doing while I was in jail. That's what he had to do. You get it? But obviously, so now that when I come out and I have to do it, I see that he had to do a lot. But knowing me, he's not doing it to the best of his ability. So now I realize, I can't go away again because he was doing a lot. Yeah, he was doing a lot. But certain times my mom's, it's not no one's fault or nothing like that. People have their lives. I can't expect anyone to have, my mom has their first thought or whatever, but
that's your mom.
Yeah. My mom's not going into care. She's not that type of woman. It's not happening. You get it? But certain times, obviously, she's, she needs more attention. You know what I mean? Like, turn the toilet and all this and just, and having a wash and all them things that, no one should ever have to have that kind of pressure on them. But obviously, I've come out of jail now and that's my life again. And on top of that, my nan's got dementia. So my mom's almost the carer for my nan. my mum is calling the shots to care for my nan from her bed. But I'm the brain, I'm the legs. So I'm having to care for my nan and my mum. Well, my nan lives around the corner from my mum. So I'm come out of jail. My life is, I've got to sort out my mum in the morning, walk around the corner, stay with my nan. That period there for a while was peak.
Peak means?
Stressful. Yeah. Like, for a bit of time, I felt like, yo, I'm better off just being in jail. And don't get it twisted, I enjoy it, but I'm stuck. And I'm stuck more than before.
This theme again of feeling stuck.
Like stuck, I can't do nothing.
Stuck for me, it's like trapped a bit. Can't get out.
The part where I'm stuck here is friends are calling me. Do I want to do this? Do I want to go there? I can't say yes. I can't say no. I can't plan. I can't do nothing. I can only do anything with the time that I have right now. You get it?
Yeah.
So I just do. Like people say to me, yo, you need to plan this. I need to plan that. People say that to me all the time. I can't plan nothing. That's how I feel.
At that time, you couldn't plan nothing.
I still can't plan. I can't plan anything. The only thing that I can plan is to just get things done. Okay. That's it. So just imagine looking at my mom and then having to take my nan shopping and doing all these things. And then I'm just in between the two. Let's not get it twisted. There's my sister's around. She helps out. Of course she does. My brother's coming of age. I don't wish this on him. So whatever he wants to do, if he wants to do, help out. If he does, fair play. If he can't, it is what it is, isn't it? But yeah, my nan just got progressively worse. Like where she'll be
because there's different types of dementia. So do you know?
My nan didn't even know my name. She's calling me see, this is what I'm saying. I can't remember what she kept calling me. I don't know why I can't remember, but I'm not even good with names anyway. They just come out my head all the time. She didn't know who I was half of the time. I'm having conversations with my nan, and she's probably thinking I'm someone else. But she knows who I am, but it's just the conversations I'm had. I used to get a bad joke, but I used to make jokes of it as well. I used to put it on Snap. People used to laugh at my nan. Me and my nan used to get I'm saying used to, but obviously my nan's still around. But we used to get bare jokes. I used to get bare jokes off my nan. Like I used to love going around there, love it. You get it? But obviously, like I'm still stuck though because I've got things that I want to do. You get it? And I'm stuck in the fact that 3 times a day I've got to be with 2 people. Do you get it? Not every day, but most days. Do you get it? And I'm stuck between the 2 people. And then
at what age now?
This is when I come out of jail, innit? So it's about 31.
31,
maybe 32.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so because you went in at 28.
Yeah. So this is what I've just come back out to now. Like.
So I'm feeling there's this. You must have this sense of urgency to. I want to get on with my life as well. 100%.
But that's what I'm trying to say. So obviously I've got good people around me, and we make plans. Sort of. Well,
they make plans.
We make plans, but the plans are not, let's go here tomorrow or next week. The plans are, we need to do something.
Yeah.
That's the plans that we make, and we figure out things. You get it? Figure out ways of doing it. Ways of doing things. You get what I'm trying to say? But yeah, like I said, my nan just got progressively worse, where she couldn't even come out of bed. And I'm just looking after the both of them. And my nan went missing as well. That was horrible.
Oh, that's scary.
Just before she starts being able to like walk around, she just got up and wandered off. Didn't know where she was for 24 hours. That was stressful time.
Stress.
Just the thought of finding my nan somewhere, just on her back. Horrible. Okay. That thought, horrible. And then
so how do you get through these stressful periods? So say that day that happened, nan comes back, you find her, right? So then how do you like unwind from that? how do you, and I'm not saying that you should. Yeah.
You go straight back to normal again.
Back to normal. So you don't unwind.
Don't unwind. Straight back to normal. Because it's
or do you have support at this point?
Nah, it's just a new problem again. So, like I says, with my nan, my mum was like her main carer. My mum wants to look after my nan. You know what I'm saying? My mum's in bed. My mum's got brothers and sisters, but my mum's looking after my nan from bed. It's maybe it's something that my mum's passed on to me that we just take that responsibility.
Maybe it's about, for me, getting things done.
And that's how it is.
And maybe the people around you know that.
Maybe.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe. But yeah, my nan's, she's in a home now. Like, not by choice. She just got too bad. And it's like, I ain't even had the time to visit her properly. It's like, I'm still busy. And it's like, I'm pissed that I don't even spend time with her like how I should. People always asking me, where's my nan? It's like she's disappeared because she used to always be on my snap. We used to always push joke. But it's like now the responsibility is gone. I'm not even seeing her, but it's like I've got more responsibility. I don't know if I do that to myself or I don't know. I don't know. But
I think that goes in with planning, isn't it? You kind of have to kind of think of nan maybe in a month and think, right, I'm going to make some time and go and see her there. And if you're not a planner, that might be quite hard.
Yeah.
You know, something to think about for next session. Come back and give me some feedback.
Yeah.
Because little stuff like that can play in your mind, you know. I haven't seen my nan.
Yeah.
Just little things.
Definitely.
Okay. That's tough though.
Yeah. But yeah, like I said, since she's been in a home, obviously it took a bit of a stress away from me, but it enabled me to be able to do a bit more in terms of figuring out these kind of things and plan for the gym, for the podcast.
So it was a tough decision.
Yeah.
But it sounded like you needed to make that sacrifice for yourself.
Basically, yeah. But I'm still haven't got no time for myself though.
What do you mean? Time for yourself? Break that down a bit. What would you like to do more for yourself, do you think, if you could?
If I could?
Yeah.
Feel like I don't have to do nothing at all.
That sounds nice.
At all. Even just for fucking 2 days. Just feel like I don't have to do nothing.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, there's times where I'm even sitting down feeling like I'm on my own time, and someone will phone me and, like Nado explained, I'm getting mad now. Even my mom's phoning me. I'm getting mad now. It's not. I don't need to come round. What do you want? But I have to answer. I have to answer.
Because what you thinking?
Could be
just
anything.
In case, yeah.
Anything. And then the one time I'm feeling mad, like my mom's phoning me and I'm relaxing. I'm just about to watch the football. She's FaceTiming me. I'm mad. Mom, what do you want? FaceTime me. She's talking about, Shane, there's smoke in the place. It's smoke. Smoke. I'm at the missus' house and I can see the smoke on the FaceTime. I'm about to jump up. I'm about to jump in the car, and for some reason I was switched on at that second. I phoned fire brigade straight away. Phone them. Obviously where the missus is to where my mum's is about, it's about a 20-minute drive, but I've got there in about 10 minutes. Like I said, I phoned the fire brigade and I phoned my dad because my dad lives down the road, and a couple of friends phoned me and I told him to just get down there, and I got down there and the house is on fire. It's all smoked out. Can't see no flames, but smoke, thick smoke. Remember, my mum's on her belly in the house on the bed.
Shit.
And basically, what happened is one of those segways. My brother must have been in the house, and he's left the Segway on charge, and it's just exploded. But where her room is downstairs, say her room's there, where that pool table is, there's a door there. This door's open. The Segway's on charge right there.
What's the Segway? Sorry.
You know that board that people hoverboard kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, he's left that. Oh.
On charge, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just blew up. So it's blew up there. Everything's caught fire. All the fire's going into my mum's room there.
Oh my God.
All of the smoke. Can't move, can't get out. Nothing. Just there. Obviously, my dad's got down there first. He's tried to kick off the door. Couldn't get in. Too smoky. Then by the time I've got there, I'm trying to get in there, bro. I'm trying to run inside there. Get my mum out. Get my fucking mum out. You get it? And all I remember is there was loads of people there. I want to get in there, and I just remember my head just taking me, bro. And just light. I kind of feel light now, thinking about, because I'm just thinking, yo, fuck, my mum's dead. That's what I'm thinking. Nah. And my head just took me, bro. I just think I just dropped, bro. I just dropped. And then the fire brigade people took me to the corner. Whatever. People are coming over to me. They're saying, "Oh, they've got her out. She's all right." But I'm just thinking, the fitness of that smoke. Nah, this is fucked. Do you get it? But yeah, they said she's all right. And then obviously when I went to the hospital, and remember I'm her carer now, and now I'm her next of kin as well. Do you get it? So, and it's Corona times, so no one else can't see her. It's only me. No one else can't visit. No one else can't get any information. It's only me. So when I'm going to the hospital now, they're giving me information, like it's touch and go and all this kind of. It's me that's having to relay. So people are asking me questions. Everyone's asking me what's going on. Everyone's asking me. Now everyone knows.
How are you thinking and feeling at that
Leave me the fuck alone. Leave me alone. Like, I don't want to talk to no one. And I'm having to be I'm having to be the person that has to give out all the information. You get it? Horrible. She was in the hospital for a bit of time on the life support machine. When I was in there, it weren't looking good. I've only ever been in the hospital in a situation like this before, one time with my friend, with all the tubes and this and that. And my friend's he's built. You know what I mean? He had a bad bike accident, but he's strong. He's built. So to see my mum in the same thing, my mum can't handle this. I'm thinking, nah. But obviously I was there every day. I stayed by her side. The doctors told me, because basically what it was, remember she's got MS. So that's still affecting her. They've sedated her, and then they've took her off the sedation when they've tried to clear as much off the lungs as possible. And they're saying she's not waking up. She's then not waking up. So they're basically telling me they're telling me she's cabbaged. That's what they're telling me. If she wakes up, she's cabbaged. That's what they're telling me. I lost it, bro. Like, I thought, but I'm by her side every night. I'm saying, yo, mum, you have to come through this. I can't do this. You have to. Just thinking about her going like that, and like, all of a sudden, I can't handle that, bro. I can't handle it. You have to get through this. This is what I'm saying to her. I'm playing music. I'm playing Bob Marley in her ears, putting the headphones on her every night. My sister had a little bit more faith though, still, to be fair. So when they've told me what they told me, my sister's like, nah, man, she's waking up. She's got MS. She sleeps longer. She get it. And ultimately, she was right. She was right, ultimately. Because, I thought she was going to be cabbaged or just not going to make it through. But she made it through. And if you've seen her from the beginning of being in the hospital and how she was, and you see her now, trust me, I have to be thankful. I have to. Trust me. It's not even a joke. But obviously, a lot came with... Remember, everyone's phoning me. Is she all right? Everyone's phoning me about the house. Everyone's phoning me about this and the other. Loads of pressures, but all of them pressures are still there now, though. Do you get it? I'm still having to sort out everything to do with that.
It just feels like you've had no rest.
No rest.
Not to say just a little bit of rest, right? Just to process things, just to, like, you lost your mom, gained your mom, lost your mom again.
Yeah.
And then to be professional, to be kind, to be polite to other people, to explain what's going on takes energy. So that's a lot.
Yeah. And like I says, I'm still in it because, I need to get my mom back into a good place. Like she's fully fit in terms of she's back to where she was.
Which was?
Still bed bound.
Yeah, that's what I've got.
Yeah.
So she's at home in bed, but
but she's not at home yet.
She's
not at home yet. The house still needs to be done. That's what I'm trying to get done.
Yeah.
Do you get it? There's a lot of complications with that as well. Because
I hope you bloody sued them people with the thing, because I'm sure there was something about them scooters just blowing.
Didn't have no box. Didn't have no box. Didn't have no.
The serial number.
Couldn't do nothing. You get what I'm saying?
Legal. Get on this.
Yeah. But like I said,
you're fixing up the home.
Well, that's what we're trying to get done now. Like I said, obviously paperwork and all sorts of other complications. I'm not moaning about nothing, but it has to get done. Yeah, mum, exactly that. But everything now I'm trying to get done now is all the stress. So when people say to me, when people look at me in certain ways and think, yeah, bro, you got, you're doing well. I'm saying, bro, I'm just trying, bro. I'm still in the middle of the stress. Do you get it?
So I think for me, what I see, because I don't know, it's only just what I see on the podcast as well, like your viewers, is you've got a big personality. And sometimes with pain, you got to just enjoy the moments and stuff. So do you think that's been your coping mechanism, to laugh, to kind of just cut through things?
100%. 100%. The jokes, the laughs, and even just the shared experiences. Just to feel like I'm feeling like other people as well.
Is it a mask?
Which?
That you put on to be around people? Is it
mask?
Yeah, is it like a facade? Not to say you're fake, but it just feels that you haven't had any rest, you're saying, to this day. Is it something that you kind of like, right, you're right, blood, you're cool? Is it something that you put on a little bit? Or
yeah, I do.
But it's still genuine and love there, yeah?
I do. If I'm not like that with you, then I don't want to have conversations all the time. Do you get it? With people that don't understand, because it's just long.
Meaningless conversations. Yeah. It needs to be meaningful.
Yeah. And then I'll probably get frustrated with the people that don't understand.
So I'm thinking your loved ones may be around you. They might want certain conversations and you might deem that as it's not really important.
Or if you're not understanding that, bruv,
I got bigger things.
Yeah. Or I just one thing that I just always say is like, bruv, there's no excuses. There's no excuses. So when people are giving me excuses, I can't hear them. I can't hear no one's excuse. Because I get things done. So you telling me about the baby, or you telling me about just anything as to reasons why you can't do things. I just can't hear it, bruv. At all.
You got no empathy for that, no?
Nah, not at all. And people will tell you that.
Does it irritate you?
What, when people giving excuses? Highly. But yo, I think we should just leave this session.
How you feeling?
I feel like I've said a lot more. Still a lot more to say.
Absolutely.
I don't think it's easy for me.
It's not been easy sitting here talking about it.
Yeah, I just feel like my mind, and everything's just muddled up, bro. Everything. And obviously, if you take a lot from what I'm saying and having to apply that with other things, it can be frustrating, especially when I don't feel like people understand that shit just ain't. It's not easy, bro. Don't look at me and think you can see some easy or, you know what I mean? And I feel like people do. Maybe that's my fault though, but
maybe you make it look easy.
Yeah, maybe it's not.
Okay, so what can people take from this session today? What is it you think you've tried to share?
I've tried to share. I'm trying to share my journey and the stresses that come along with it. So even if you just, if I've just told a story today, if you can apply that to maybe things that I may say, you'll have a better understanding of how sometimes I might have to, how I deal with things. And it might be wrong, it might be right. You can help me, guide me through things in it. So, like I said, the main thing is encouraging people to talk in it, and me just talking alone about things that I don't even talk about is something that I think people can take from it. But you just listen to the journey and whatever you take, and how you feel that may help you. That's good enough for me. That's it.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah,
I think people can take whatever they want from what you've said. There's a lot of learning, insight. I think the people around you might even get to know you better and be like, oh wow, that's why blood kicked off a little bit, cause irritating like that thing. Yo, I gotta have this kind of mentality around Speedy.
Come on.
Okay, well, thank you for sharing. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, man.
See you next session.
Thank you.